Crafty in the house, home from work, ready to start this preseason, so let's do it. Pretty stoked. It's the 30th of April. This just started early this morning. We're going to have the season 17 that's going to start on May 2nd. So, what we're going to do today is go right in to the preseason and just record the tutorial and go slow so you can check it out. So, for the folks that are new or looking to get into the game, they can reference this later. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's see what's going on. Make sure it's coming on over. Now, if you look at the first screen, it will give you the updates of what's happened as far as the patch notes and stuff. You can look at that later. That's for, a lot of the OGs to kind of nerd out to see what's new, what's different. And, well, really for anyone, because when you go through that, this is the chance to take a further look, right? And see what's changed and get used to those changes. And let's see. Am I in there? Yeah. Now let's just update the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. Bam, there it is. Yeah, and I'll open up the chat, so drop questions and stuff, and I will periodically get to those questions if there's any down there. But I really love this edition, how they've changed it. And they did this, I don't even remember how many seasons ago, but it's really awesome for people to figure out what the heck this game is all about. So let's just go right through the questing. You can see it's going to walk you through. There's a number of quests, and you're going to go through all of these. And what's really cool is it's going to get you kind of settled into the game. So you can see just from reading through the introduction, let's get paid. And let's see. Let's go ahead and shut me down and blow this up. And I have to stop myself by just going super fast, clicking, because that's what a lot of us do that have been doing this for a couple seasons. It's just like bam, 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 get through it. Now let's get to what we want to do. Before I even start on to the second, I want to draw your attention to this little dealio right here. You can see it is the loot box, and you get it daily. And what you have for the token balance of OLT determines. Actually, I don't think it does determine that. I think, well, you guys can tell me the deets on it. I think once you have a certain amount, you get to participate with that daily loot box. So let's just open it. And you can see what you get. You get 5 different options, and it's random. So each day you're going to open it up and see what you get. Now, this is interesting too. Prior to this season, basically everything that you're doing right now is just wiped, and you start from scratch again. So this is kind of cool. You're actually going to get a little bit, and you'll be able to keep it just from learning the game. I think that's what that means. The other thing I want to point out is when you're doing this, look at all of this. You're getting like maxed out on all of the, you're getting a lot of credits, you're getting a lot of Aquarium, you're getting a bunch of these points, as well as artifacts, a little bit of everything. So this also gives you a chance to kind of go spend crazy. On to the next task. Now we need to recruit the first companion. And so you got to figure out where it is. And if you read down here, it shows you how to complete this quest. So let's do that. Companions tab. Where is that? It's up here under management. So let's just do one because that's what we're supposed to do. We're going to recruit. And you can see we made it happen. Just like that, you're getting some money, which is a bigger deal when the season starts and you don't have billions of credits already. But yeah, so let's see what's next. Now, the next thing is you need to send a trooper or companion on a mission. We on a mission. And that basically just gets you into the galaxy mission. So you get to that. Same thing, going to management. This time you click Spacefarer. Boom. So, let's go ahead and shut down the vault. I don't need that on in the background. But you can see where we are. We're on a new screen. And everything that is lit up here in green are the current areas that I can go to. They're the current zones. And you can see right now I have 7 of 7. This is where you would go to upgrade. I've shown on a previous video, but we'll keep coming back here to do upgrades as well as to expand this so you can actually add to your whitelist zones and start getting to the yellow and even the red if you're feeling froggy. But that's for later. What we want to do is get our people and set them to active. And that happens because I have way too many troopers. So if we unselect all and just do 1, set to active. No, I said unselect all, sucker. All right, let's set them to idle and get them back to what it was. Oh, that's one of my new people. Yeah. And then let's just go ahead and set 1 to active. And you can see he's doing something now, right? We did it. So you're getting more credits, and then it gives you more detail as to why you're doing it as well. And so you can see the more troopers you have, the more missions you can send them on. It's all about the missions and the rewards. And later on, once they actually, it takes a little bit of time to accumulate it, but that's going to be another quest where you're going to claim your first little return from the galaxy map. On to the next one. I think what we're going to do now is rent the ship. And this is a good thing to do, guys, if you're just getting into the game and you don't have a lot of ships. You can just rent a couple because that way you can actually get into some of the ship battles just to check that out as well. All right, so going into the ships, you need to go to the terminal tab. But the other thing is here, you need at least 1 ship or NFT ship to enter the encounters. So you need, if you don't have a NFT for your ship already, you're going to have to at least get the cheapest virtual ship. And the price on that, just flipping back and forth to make sure it shares. Now let's go into the rent a ship. And don't you love how it's a, hey, dummy, right here, this is where you're supposed to go. All right. And once you're in this this menu, the ship menu, you have to backtrack to get out of it. So let's do that. We completed the mission, and now we have a ship so we can do those encounters. Again, this is for the new folks, guys. It's probably like pulling teeth for everybody that does this every season. But what I like about the tutorial is it also is an opportunity for them to change it as upgrades come in as well. Just like I know they've included tutorial for the Abyss side where they didn't when they first were running these out. All right, speaking of the encounters, let's go into the first one. And to do that, you have to go into the combat tab. So let's work on quest 5. Go to encounters, and there's only one open. There it is. You can see what it's going to cost me. Let's go. Pay attention to this. That's going to determine how many gears you can put up. Oh, that's cool. That's probably a freebie that you have with the season, the preseason. Let's try it. I just blended these. This is open in the vault, and that just became available. And that's a good way to consolidate some of your troopers if you've been in the game and you have a bunch, um, or getting any of these guardians is gonna boost up your game. And I sent a little sneak video earlier that shows you the statistics and what they do. Um, but real quickly, and on to Fire Shot, my favorite pilot. That's what I'm selecting. Look at all these slots that I have, but I can't use them because I only got 100 points. That's only going to give you 2 of these guys, 2 of your regular commons until we can boost that up. I'm a fan of having a homie. Boom, let's do it. And I probably want to get a little bit of. Should I go with healing? Yeah, let's do that. And we'll just leave the tactician gears vacant. So yeah, let's get this done. Come on, man. Crafty, you making it even longer. It's kind of a freaky looking ship. Let's just go the shortest path. Now, I did notice one of the changes they said is any of these are going to give you a random chance to have an encounter with some of these overseers and other enemy ships. So it's not just the gears or the money. It could be any one of these tiers. It's kind of a bummer change, but hey, it is what it is, man. It was ain't no free rides. Just like that, let's go back and claim that reward. Again, a lot of details. Why are you doing it? Here's the info. Yeah, once you get into the game, it's like it always leads to upgrades. It always leads to more of your troopers, more of your ships, more of everything. And I really like that. If you can get on the prize list, which there's so many of them, you don't even have to place high, and you can start getting rewards. You can start getting quits, and more troopers, and sometimes FGL, sometimes OLT, sometimes other tokens, depending on you know what you're in. So much fun. All right, now we gotta get to the bot. How do we do that? Because that looks good. 600,000 credits. And the important thing is the radio bot's going to give you the access to the tech tree. You can't use it if he's not active. Same deal, back up to management. Let's go to the companion. Let's check out the robot. Where is he? He's the next one in line. It's going to cost you 5,000. Let's recruit him. Again, if you want the description, scroll down and read it right here. And you can see we made it happen. Let's get that quest completed. What do we got to do for the next one? We got to assign him, or yeah, upgrade him once, and then assign a tech point. You'll be doing this quite a bit as well. And if you forget how to get to these places, just scroll down and it will tell you. Management, tech tree, bam. Now let's see what we can do to upgrade. You have plenty of the nanoflux as well as the research points. And don't go crazy because you will still burn it up, even though we are in the preseason and they're giving you a lot of all of these things. There's not enough to upgrade all the things within the game, guys. So focus, y'all. All right, let's upgrade that. So now that he's upgraded, remember how I was talking about gears? Let's add a little more to it. I have 2 of these points I can use, and we're going to do it 2 times. The sooner you can up your gear score, the better. Even though you're not at the right level to access it, which you need to be level 5 or higher, you might as well have it available because you're going to need it. So we just added some and we completed quest 7. Yay! What's next? Hire your second companion. We already did that. Double credits. Okay, now we're going to go into the second encounter tier. Let's do it. 2. And like if one person finds this useful, it's worth it. I do appreciate everybody that stopped by and checked in so far as I start to get this stuff off the ground, especially like the Twitch and all that good stuff. I was actually looking at the little requirements, and I'm like, oh, I should probably stream because I need to get that 8 hours a month, and my 1 to 2 hours every moon day ain't gonna cut it. Let's go with you, Chewy. All right, now we got more to work with. So, what should we do? We can't use anything higher than common at this moment. So let's get both of my friends. And this is a really good one to use, gang, because whatever you have for gear, you get access to it faster when you have the cooling system in. So that's one I like to have. And I also like big bullets. Okay, we got 2 more we can do. Let's just go with a little bit of shield amplification. And man, I do like this one too. The reflector, that's a good one. You can see what it does. It just reflects the incoming attacks right back at them. Let's go. All right, so let's get through this. I should probably turn on some music, huh? I'll do that after this battle, and I'll check and see if anybody's typing. But yeah, for people in the game and checking this out, I appreciate it. I'm having fun, and hopefully you guys are too. And I just love seeing more and more players taking spaces on the various leaderboards. I really like using the giant Titan ships because it looks so ridiculous against the other enemy ships you're battling. I just think it's funny. So I'm usually using that more often than not. All right, let's do it. What's next? Companion number 3. You guys can probably remember by now where to go to find the companion tab. Management, companion. It's the other good thing about these tutorials, you're getting some repetition. Who's 3? Could be any one of them, but let's just go right down the line. How easy is that? All right, let's go over here for a second. And let's see what kind of jams we can do. How's the acoustic sound? I don't even really hear it, so that's weird. Yeah, let's just go back into the game. Screw it. Oh, now we're to the missions. Send three of them. I think we just have one so far, so let's go back to space. Yeah, let's get two more going. Set them to active. Close it out by going back. We made it happen. And again, this is why you're selecting them. Yeah, so when you're actually doing this tutorial yourself, take all the time in the world, but I'm not going to scroll through all of them. But just know the slider bar is there for a reason. Didn't we already clear tier 3? Let's check. We did not. The other thing that's dope is you can see here, it will save previous loads. So if you do not want to go through all of this, bam, just do that. Let's get this third one done. I forget how many actual encounters they have with this tutorial. Another thing I'll tell you guys is when you have Joe, he actually loads over to the next tier. So when we map over, you'll see he follows me. Your AI defense system does not. Seems like they've made these a little bit smaller for this season. I'm hoping I can get some people in the chat later that have been playing all day long. It can tell me what's really new and how they've been setting things up with the changes for this season. Because, they've already been through the tutorial, so they could get all this other stuff going on. Or at least I'm pretty sure. So easy. So look at that. We've already done 12 of these quests so far. Next. Let's breeze through these so we can get over to the abyss, guys. Let's go to the fourth companion. You can always just scream right through these and hire all of them. So as you're going through it, you're like, it's so nice to be like, claim reward, claim reward, claim reward. But I figured I'd go through the normal motion, the way they set it up to work. So we get it done. All right. Just flipping back and forth, seeing if I'm missing anything. Let's go. All right, so that's done. Quest 14. We just need to add one more trooper to the Spacefarer Adventuring. Let's go. You're up. Done. Claim the reward. Scroll down for the info if you want. What's next? This is what I was saying earlier. It takes a little bit of time before they come back from their first missions. I don't know if it's been long enough, so let's check. Ooh, look at that. As long as there's at least one thing, not a zero here, you can claim the rewards and complete the quest. So let's check it. Bam. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. And next thing we got to do is go to the biocrafts. Yeah, now we're going to go over to the abyss side. So I will scroll through this part. An awesome addition, man. These biocrafts, I love crafting them. I like battling. I love the delving. There's a lot that you can do with these biocrafts. And there's so much strategy to figure out the ones that you want to create dependent on the battles and stuff you're getting into. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And I've been getting sucked right into the abyss, especially these last two seasons. This is important too, guys. You do have some free ones. Okay. So to get to the abyss, combat the abyss right under encounters. So once you do that, you should get the welcome to the abyss if you did it right. And then now you have another tutorial. All right. Cool. We'll put my face on for a little bit. Let's see if I can take the name off, though. It gets kind of annoying after a while, I'd say. Let's take that off. Cool. And now let's start. Where should I start? This is what you have to do first, so let's go. Shows you right where to go. Follow the fingers, guys. Follow the fingers. How often do you say that? All right, so yeah, you can see all of these lit up in blue. Look at that. These ones are all, what, free 99. And I think in this mission, what do we have to do? 3 of them? Maybe you have to unlock all of the free ones. So let's just do it. I mean, the fingers keep telling me that I need to do something else. So let's go. All right. Delving. This is the fun stuff. And you can see with the delving, depth 1, depth 2, depth 3, and it goes and goes and goes. And then there's also quite a bit of map to the left or right. Oh, you see how I said left and went right? To the left or right. It's huge. Here's the enemy light up. There's the first. They're all, well, 2 weaklings and a henchling. Should be okay. Cool. Well, let's set him up. This guy's a healer, so I usually throw him in the back somewhere. He's kind of weak sauce. I'll just put him here. I think he's kind of tough. We'll put him at the front. Go ahead and put this guy here. Throw that guy way back here. Why not? You can look into the details of these individual creatures. I'll just open up one. But that's going to help you with your strategy as far as how you're setting up the board there. Another thing I'll say is you don't want to have them all grouped up, because if they have like a big crossover ability, the enemy that is, they can smack 2 or 3 of your dudes all at once. Versus being spread out, some of your creatures will miss that attack. So I always have this at 3x for the speed. And more often than not, I'm hitting the close button here, so you just fast forward to the victory or loss. Just like that. And when you win, you get what was there. With the rocks, there is or there was a cost to demolish, and it may change. You can see that. Oh, sneaky. They've changed the cost, not just the amount, but actually what you're using. And so for this season, you have to spend diamonds to demolish. It's good to know. And I like how it leaves it set up there unless you change it. And you can see this is going to cost me a little bit for this battle as well. But we got plenty. Look at all that. And you can see it does give you the old play-by-play, right? You can see what's going on. But let's be victorious. And what we collected was our first gene. And you need those to create and upgrade your biocrafts. Yet, let's demolish it. Let's get that second gene. It's a rock gene. Yeah. But we got to win first. You can see my guys are all in pretty good shape. A little bit of energy loss here, no biggie. Yeah, now we got that. Now, if you pop back over, because you'll notice when you open the Abyss, it actually launches a second screen, which is why I need to reshare. But back to the main Outlaw Troopers, you can see we did complete that quest, so let's go ahead and claim the reward and see what's next. We already did it. Clear at least 5 tiles on the Abyss. We did that too. Oh, what is that? An infinite crawler? Infinite? Yeah, that's pretty big. Cool. What's next? The arena. This was another thing that was so sweet when they launched the arena with these biocrafts and stuff, and that was before they added the delving. So let's go into the battle. And let me flip right over real quick. Make sure I am indeed sharing the arena. Word, word. Let's fight. A couple of different places you can go to fight. I've only played a couple of the Dark Depths. I might do more this season just to check it out because it has this boss mode. But you have to pay attention to the type of keys you need to play. Versus here, which is energy. And it looks like it's only 3. What? I didn't select anything. Yeah, guys, it's dummy proof. Even Crafty can do it. Let's switch him up. I think this dude locks him up. Or it might be the owl that does that. I think it actually is him. Let's go to the PvP. I've been defeated. Damn. Does that even count? I bet it does. Let's see. Count it. Goal is to win the battle, but we're just learning. Got some keys, got some credits. And we get a reward because we collected 5. All right. That's quest 21. Pretty easy. What else have we already done? The Abyss, step 2. Yeah, we already did that. Companion number 5. Let's go. Who should it be? All right, Sparky, let's do it. And And now, since we have 5, we have to make sure that we send 5. So back to space. And we will add who we just recruited. Set to active, bring it back, get that reward, see what 25 is. Is there a 25? There is. 4th tier. Okay, so let's do that. Back to the encounters. Click on number 4. Yep, we do want it. You can see, man, I got a lot of keys. This is awesome. Still free right now, though. You start getting charged from 5 on. Keep it. And let's go. I do like how it comes in on pause, so you're not getting caught off guard. Come on, wingman, let's go. I think we're getting close to the end of the all these little tutorial quest objectives. Yeah, and I think we may just leave it with the objectives depending on how long the stream's going. And then also if there's other people that want to chime in and let me know how they've been doing with the preseason. We just freestyling. The important thing is to have this and to reference it, especially if you're trying to tell somebody about the game and it's during the off season, which that's going to be not for a while because once it starts in a couple of days, it lasts for 45 days. But at any time, you'll be able to show them this and to say, hey, this is what's going to happen. And even if they start at any time in the season, they're going to go through this as soon as they sign in for the first time. So it really doesn't matter what time you let them know. Got our first arc. Yeah, this is a good way to really boost up a lot of things, reputation, gears, and so on. So let's activate the first one. So you can see it's actually under combat. And you go down to Arc Quest. It probably tells you that right here. Combat, Arc Quest, and then you see what you have. We got one. Let's start it. Shows you what you need to do. A total of 10 encounter tiers cleared. But we get a reward just for turning it on. I'm good with that. Now let's clear encounter 5. You can see this is the first one with some costs associated with it. Well, I guess we ain't going there. Yeah, I know this seems pretty easy. It does get way harder. And you're going to find as you're going through the game, as you're cutting your teeth and all that, you're like, oh man, I'm stuck at this level. I can't get past 11 or I can't get past 15 or whatever. And it's also going to be nice when you first get to that point where you, craft your first NFT. It's probably going to be a bot. Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun, when you start actually crafting and seeing the rewards of your labor, right? And then as soon as you claim it, it goes right to work. Yeah, I tell you, it's like for the people that have been playing for seasons, It's like the day after the season ends. It's like when new season, when new season. It's ridiculous. Kind of gives you an idea of how much fun it is, though, really. If you're playing it for 45 days and then you can't play, you're like, what's going on? Where's my game? Companion numero 6. Let's go. All right, Silverthorn, you're up next. Let's see, we credit. Come on, claim button. What's up? I like it's like recruit a new one, send a new one. That's pretty easy. But again, part of this is just getting you to go back and forth between the various menus that you have to select and open and all that. So let's select him and make him active. Let's go back and get that reward. Oh man, that auction's ending soon. We got it. This is also a good way if you have some token to boost up your troops and your empire. But I mean, really, like I said before, if you just have one trooper and one bot, you're good to go. Add on top of that, I'd recommend a ship too, which a common ship is pretty cheap too. I think like 20 cents or something. But yeah. Now let's go back to the biocrafts and upgrade one. So let's go back to the abyss. All right. So now that we are in the abyss, we need to go to the lab. But we're back to the lab. And you go to manage and you upgrade. Once you do, let's click the healer. Shows you what you need. I don't have enough. Oh no. Yo, man, how am I supposed to upgrade if I don't have enough, man? Oh, wait a minute. I got plenty. I was looking at my jeans. Holy cow. 200 of everything? All right. we're good to update there, Crafty. We can do it. So let's do it. Back, back, back and forth. Let's get that reward. All right. Where are we going? Back to the abyss? Cool. And we got to go. What are we doing? Back to the arena. What are we doing? We delving. Let's go back to it. We need to clear the abyss depth 3. So let's do that. Could be any one of those. I could do it easy and just spend some diamonds and demolish it. Not even have to fight. You can see I got plenty of diamonds right here. But let's just go here. I haven't really been paying much attention to the setup here, but there is really a lot more thought and detail the further along you get into the abyss and the creatures that you're battling. For right now, it's not too difficult. It's not too hard. Flip it, and let's claim it. Okay. 33. Man, we have done 32 quests successfully. Yeah. Okay, let's find out how to finish this one. We've already done one abyss battle, I believe. Let's do another one. Go to the arena. You go to fight. I'm just going to leave them how they're set up. I'll spend the money. Well, in this case, the energy. Uh-oh. Think that's a poison totem right there, but you know what? There's only 4 of them. I guess it didn't matter. So I'm gonna let's go ahead and upgrade this guy a little bit. See if that's enough to get me by. Back to the arena. And I think I might even, let's go ahead and change the lineup again. Put you right there. Put you up top here. We'll put him right beside you so the dudes have to attack both of you, right? That sounds like a good plan there, Crafty. Talking to yourself? This guy's kind of squishy. And does he? Yeah, he does lock in some of them. Or now he just weakens them. Area of effect, if you were wondering. Small cross, area of effect. Let's see what happens, guys. Are we going to win? Come on, we need to win. Yeah, we did it. And again, I think we will actually get to keep this where it's just 1% of what you're going to get. And I think that is all we needed. So let's complete it. Bam. So we did our 3 times because I lost the second time. Bam. All right, what are we going to do next, gang? What is next on the menu? Quest number 35. I just got to do one more battle. Let's go back. Man, let's battle. Just keep it up. We are winners. And keep flipping it, going back to claim it. So we are finished. What's next? Well, at least you know how to do this. They only have 3. I should crush them. Back over to the main. Let's share that. Let's claim that. Let's see what's next. If there's anything. When does it stop? Let's get another companion. Now who's up? Glow. Do I have enough? I still did. All right. And just like before, now that we've recruited her, we need to send her on a mission. Let's go on a mission. Let's do it. Set to active. It is active. Go back. Get that claim and see what's next. Okay, what is next? Oh, yeah, the black market. Some people spend the whole season just buying and selling stuff. So in this quest, we have to sell. And it may take a minute because, someone has to be on the other end to buy it. So to do that, let's go to the black market tab. And you can see any of these, you can just click trade and it'll get you into that menu. So what we need to do is actually select our inventory up here to see what we actually have. And what we have is lit. Yeah, corny, I know. Let's just sell some artifacts. And I don't know how quickly people will be buying them. Look at that. All right. We'll do one. We'll sell one. And we will have it be a massive 10 credits. So at some point, someone will be nice and buy it. But we successfully listed it for sale, so we still get this reward. And we'll get another reward when it actually does sell. Until that happens, let's buy something. Go to the black market and let's see. That's still on my inventory. We ain't got no orders. So let's go to the regular. I don't know why it's not showing everything there. It's probably because I'm still in the my order, my inventory. Okay, so let's just. Oh, that's just I clicked the wrong button, gang. Wow, that's a pretty active map there. Let's minimize that for a second. Okay, you should go black market. Should go into everything, not just mine. Yeah, I don't know if that's odd. It usually should have everything within the inventory, but it just seems to be going to mine. No, I don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. All right. Well, maybe it's just I'm an idiot because I am, and it's all available. You just have to click that you want to trade it. So it's I think they've combined it so it shows the entire menu, right? Oops. Let's get back to where I was. When you get to the black market, it shows everything on the first screen. It's just it automatically highlights what you have. It's throwing me through a loop because I was like, man, I haven't got any of these yet, but actually it's the preseason, so we get all kinds of stuff. So yeah, backing it all up, click anyone you want, go to the trade, and then you can go to the buy or sell if they have anything that is being actively sold. And it doesn't look like we have any sell orders active, but we do have some buy orders. So let's go back. Let's see what people might have listed. They probably listed. Let's go right into the artifacts. We know that there's some there because we listed one. You can see here's the sell, here's the buys. You can put in orders in the price that you want to pay. Let's just go ahead and click on that, and we'll just get one of them. It's available. We'll spend it, and then that should complete the transaction because we did buy something. So it'll just take a second to update. Come on, let's go. And look at that. If you wonder why it doesn't complete the buy, the price must have been wrong. So now it's turned into an open order until I canceled it. Let's go back into the black market. And let's go back here, and we just need to change the price. Now we made it happen. Good job, Craftwork. Success. We are successful. So what's next? Another quest. Wow, this one's going to take a bit. Clear 20 tiles on the abyss. And you can see I've done 6. With the tiles, it doesn't matter where you're clearing them. So you can keep it all up top if you want. Looks like we need to blast some rocks to create some space. Got to make sure I got enough diamonds, and I do. So let's just confirm that. Later on in the game, you're going to really want to pay attention to what you're spending and where you're busting a rock up. Like, you want to break a rock where you can have access to go more than one way. Because sometimes you break it just to get one thing, and then you're stuck. And I feel like you kind of wasted, in this case, a lot of diamonds. Let's work at it. Let's do this real quick. Let's clear some tears. And I might just massively upgrade some of my biocraft so we can get it done. But we should be able to do it like this. And anything that's not a rock, you fight. Still looking pretty healthy to me. Another hack I learned in one of the seasons with these, with the delving and with all of your biocrafts. Like if you're way down to 20, 30, 15, or whatever for the level or the depth rather of the delving, and you guys are getting crushed, right? You're really really low on energy. I find a lot of times it's worth it to just go way back up here to one or two and just pack your biocrafts with healers, like two or three if you have them, and then just spend a couple of rounds to heal your people back up. Because otherwise, you have to wait twice a day to have the biocraft recharge, or you've got to spend some. If it's still diamonds, you got to spend diamonds to resurrect them or to heal them. So quite a bit to it, guys. Good to see you, Grim. It's nice because when this rolls, I got time to type. All right, let's keep doing it. I think we've already won. Where are we at for tiles? I think we're at like 11. What I want to find out is what's going on with these the new teleport edition. So I'm hoping when I'm done with the tutorial, I can get someone on to talk about that. Let's just blast through it. I'm still getting into the habit of not busting those rocks if I don't have to, even though we're on the preseason. Let's keep going. I should be delving further down, but I don't want to. Let's do that right here. You can see I'm delving a path. Yeah, another thing too I've noticed, and you guys, when you're actually delving and you're looking at who you're going to fight, pay attention to how many of them there are. As many times I've skipped like, oh, 5 monsters. Yeah, I'll just go with this one that's four. But then you also have to look at how strong they are, because if it's like four giant T Rex looking monsters, you're kind of screwed. All right, let's quickly do a few more, and then I'll see where we are at for the tile count and get this completed. I want to see how many damn quests we got. Let's go right there. Getting low, see him? And usually whoever's in the front is going to get tagged first. Keep going. We'll keep going. I have faith you'll survive. You can make it. All right. Now I think we should be somewhere close. So let's pop back to the other side. Oh yeah, we did it. Cool. What's next? Look at that. 20 of 20 tiles have been delved. Sweet. All right, so now we got to go back to the bot and update him. This is also a quick way to get to him. So what are we going to do to upgrade you? Let's do it a couple times. What do we have for requirements and what do we have for actual balances? Plenty. Let's do it again. Did you notice what level I'm at? It was 3. Do we have enough for the last one? I think we do. Well, no, we don't. How we going to get that mission, y'all? I want that. Oh, look, you're going to get a bunch of gears, too. So what are we missing, guys? This. We need more. We're going to figure out how to get some more. Well, I guess we'll go outside of the tutorial for a second and go right into the bounty. And get some more if you have Guardian Troopers. Which Crafty does. So, with the bounty, there's X amount of bounties you can do a day. And you can upgrade, I think, to get more. But you can see I can do up to 30. Oh, Chewie, we're going to send you on your first quest. All right, so let's add a little bit of quest rewards. And what we really need is that nanoflux. And then see if we have enough. Now we've got 1770. What does it cost to upgrade now? 800. I think we have done it. Boom. So if we go back, we got another thing to claim. I love it when it's already done. Yeah, we did get 10 common gears of the same kind, even though I didn't know it. All right, so now we got to get some. I like this. Ocorium. Somebody I know rhymes with beats always calls it ocranium. I think it's hilarious. Ocorium, or I just call it like the gems. We got to buy some. So let's go to the Ocorium Exchange. And you'll be using this throughout the season as well. You can easily just click right here. That pops it open, gets you right to the exchange. And we're supposed to buy some, right? So let's buy some. There is a minimum that you have to buy. Or I guess not. I thought there. Oh, wait, there is. Like, see how it's in gray at the bottom? The minimum amount. Right there. And you can also see I'm spending $1 million, but I'm not getting $1 million. You do get charged. All right, we finished that. Man, there's a lot of quests, man. I forgot how many there were. All right, well, since we got those 10 gears, let's upgrade. Best way to do that is to get into. Well, why don't we just read it? You have to go to your inventory. I think you can get it right here under your My Account. And then you have to take a look at what is highlighted as far as the gears that you have and which one has an increment of 10 or more. Which one is it? Oh, you can see I've got a couple. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's do the constructor. And so instead of to upgrade them, you use them instead of trading them. And boop, upgrade. I just had the minimum amount to upgrade, but if you have a whole bunch of them later on, you can add how many you want to do it, whether you just hit the maximum amount of all of the requirements that you have as far as like the aquarium amount, or just add +1 to whatever you have successfully put up there. That's pretty handy as well. Okay, so quest 46, get some keys. We already collected 5. Now tier 6. And it is going to be getting more difficult. Let's select it. The other thing you're going to want to do is customize and upgrade, even though it's not on the quest option, but this is where you want to go if you beef up. You can see this is what you have for hotkeys, and you can select any of these here. You have to unselect, which one you want to replace. But then also, this is where you go to upgrade whichever one of these skills you want to use. Oh, this is interesting. They updated what you need to do to unlock some of these skills. That's pretty cool. What's this one? All right, that's rough. I'm a sucker for the missiles, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and unselect one of these right now. Get my missile on. Let's go ahead and throw an upgrade on it. I know I have enough. We'll do it twice. Then continue on with the deployment. Yeah, I like the missiles just because they go and find the targets. So it doesn't matter where you are. All right, maybe we should be a little more crafty. Let's get our second wingman. Let's get him ready to go. Let's go right in here and... Oh, no random monster fight. So let's go to the next one and clear it. Oh, I forgot my constructor, so I didn't drop that. But yo, there goes those missiles. The other cool thing about your minion is you can have up to 3 of them. And when you go to select the 4th, one of them will explode and do some damage. So that's pretty cool too. And if you happen to have one of those gears on where you get a little bit of health when your companions die, you also get that if they automatically die, or if you happen to terminate your wingman early, for example, because you really need that energy. Well, let's complete that. Have we done enough for the art quest? Look at that. We have. With all the stuff we were doing, we have completed 10. So we got 10 tiers cleared, and we're going to get this for a reward. Now, this is also something that's handy, but you got to pay for it. In this case, we don't have to because it's preseason, but usually you have to drop some Fuggle to get a reroll, and you can only do it once. And like it says here, you do get 3 rewards when you do that roll. So, I mean, this is pretty good, but let's just reroll for the heck of it. Oh, look, I got one more item. So cool. We'll take that. We'll claim that, and then we'll get some rewards for completing it too. That's a good life. Okay, we've already got to level 5. Excellent. Now, what does that mean? Right here, let's take a look. You need 400 reputation points to get to that level. How do you earn rep? There are some examples. We've done it. And the other thing about level 5 is you can start using higher rarity gears. Let's see if we can equip one for the next quest. Quest number 50, guys. Thanks for hanging. Not you, Freedom. I appreciate you hanging too, but ain't nobody seeing you right now. Well, you can hear her. She knows that. It's a good mic, huh? All right, let's go ahead and select this encounter. I haven't boosted up my gear score yet, have I? No, so I just got to use those. Might want to think of doing that soon because I already have some spaces to use that I'm losing. But I wanted to show you. Let's see. We should be able to load up epic gears now. Now that we've hit level 5, and you can see the gears are a different price. Like the common was 50. We got a rare right here. You can see the rare is 100. The epic's 150. Let's see. Let's go. And then you also have to look at the total gear count. So if I do another epic, I've just got 2. Do I really want to do that? Or I could bang a couple more commons. I could put 3 common on there. So, or we could do a rare and then a common. And let's do the one for when your dude blows up and you get a little bit of energy back. There it is. You can also do one for against the enemy, and that is right here. Let's battle. We are going to find out how many quests there are because we're going to finish it. I really do like that they give you that flux as an option in the tiers too. Flux, reputation, virtual mecha, gears. Another strategy is if you have the constructor, you want to drop it as soon as possible so that you can get that timer counting down so you can drop another one. I think you can have up to 10. You guys have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but you can keep stacking all of these turrets. So it's like the longer you can survive till that next drop, the better chance you have to clearing the tier. Look at me. Did I not select Joe? Come on, Joe. Looks like I didn't need you. Okay, that's cleared. What do we got next? There is more. Wonder if it stops at like tier 10. Let's check it. It's really sweet when you get a random drop of a gene, especially these ones. The other thing too, if you didn't notice, you never know what you're going to fight until you get there when you're going into a freshly opened tile. So you're going in blind, homie. Yeah, and I'm just going to do the whole shortest path to the end, and look at that. It ain't so quick, Crafty. They done spawned on you. Come on, Joe, let's go. Yeah, we got spoiled. We were all click happy, like, oh, clear that, clear that, clear that. It's like, not so fast. I do love how they make changes, modifications, updates, upgrades every season, and I really am loving the fact that they came out with some new troopers this season. I've said many times that we've been playing, especially for players that have been here for a number of seasons. We got a lot of troopers, and so it's pretty cool that you can basically burn them and upgrade them into a bigger and better trooper. And they just released that for the start of this season, so definitely want to check out the vault or even the secondary markets, either like on Atomic Hub or even in the vault itself, because there's multiple places you can sell it. And I'm just like, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What's the next? We got another one. Yeah, we do. Mine life force at a planet. Did I do that? I didn't think I did that. We've got some virtual mechas, so maybe they were already hitting it. Let's see. We will see. So I think they had some virtual mechas already going. But if you, this is where you go to actually mine some life force. You see what I did there? You have to click on planet, and you go to mine life force. If you happen to have a planet deed every season, that's where you go to select what planet you want to have, what you want to use. So you basically have the deed, and you get the opportunity to choose a new planet type every season, which is pretty cool. But anyway, you go into here and then you just select one of the planets, and you can see you can have the NFT mechas if you happen to have them, which are from Mecha World, or the virtual mechas, which you get in the game. It says we've already done that, so let's go ahead and close out. Next thing is to submit your life force, which is this little icon down here. And that's also what you get for mining. You also get random drops. There's various percentages, but this is the main thing that you're getting is that life force. And you can also submit it every day, and you get to claim it the following day. And you can see for the preseason, we're just going to get a teensy weensy bit. So what do we have for life force? I got plenty. Let's just submit 500 life force. And you can see the ratio. All right, let's claim that because we did submit the request. And then we have to wait. And you can see this is when the reset happens. So, man, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow, I guess, for that one. So maybe we're stuck on the quests until that happens. I'm cool with that. Let's bring my face back on. So yeah, I think this is where we pause as far as all of the novice quest options, and because I think you have to complete this one to move on to the next one, and I don't know how many more after this, but damn, we've done a lot, so we must be getting close. Just check a couple things here. Cool, cool. All right, well that's that. I think we'll pause with the missions. Let's minimize that out of here and go back to the dashboard, which is another cool thing you want to get used to checking in with. I don't know why you dropped it, but look at that. You have all kinds of information here. It shows you all of the daily objectives. It shows you the exchange, Joe's shop. Yeah, it shows you pretty much everything is a quick little snapshot. Then another thing, this is going to be a good jump for you. If you can, especially at the start, it's relatively easy to complete these mission objectives. But if you get them, like in this case, we did 5 tiers, we did 5 battles. And so look at what we're going to get. And you get these once a day. So the next one, check back and see what the requirements are. But this is also good. It has all these different little guides and stuff for folks getting into the game. Some nice quick links. And I like the fact that they're all right there. We got some latest news. This is from the previous season. And I like how this disappears so you know you've actually completed it for the day. Oh, look at that. I have some OLT from the previous season, so I'll go ahead and claim that. This is all you have to do. Bam, and then it just gets loaded up to your total. It's nice when I have that in the real game and not in make believe, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it, guys. Let's see. I heard Joe's shop is good. What do we got going on here? Oh, look at that. That's new. Gene bundle, that's pretty handy. You know, and all these, it's going to cost you some FGL, but this is another way to step up your game. And the same thing, it's a daily deal, so they reset. You can only select these one time, and then it resets for the next day. Um, I'm guilty of coming back for this energy because I don't want to wait for it to recharge. So, you know, you can see I'm a corporal now, so I get some good energy. 10 an hour. That's pretty good. You'll see a lot of the things that you're doing, it's like 3, 5 as far as like energy cost. And so it's pretty easy to blow through it, especially when you get into the delving, because that actually really goes up. You know, the 3 and the 5s, that's more like your ship battles, you know, your abyss battles. You pay a little bit more or less right around there when you're doing the ship expedition, for example. And like here, we'll go all into the ship battles. I know we went over here when we rented a ship, but this is also where you go to check out the various ship battles going on, like defeat the horde. You know, and it's another reason why if you don't have a lot of ships, you know, rent them out so that way you can have this entire fleet ready to go. You see, with this particular one, you get 10 battles a day. Let's go ahead and select the fleet. I'm going to use you. Why not? How about you? Let's just use all of them. So we select that, and you can see right now, only one. Awesome. The thing about this, though, is every battle it stacks. So you're going to notice the next battle is going to cost more. Same situation as the Abyss. I usually rock it on speed 3, and then boop, skip the battle. I lost. But that's the defeat the horde. And then seasonal, look at that. You get free battles. You get 5 of them free every day, and you have a total of 20 battles. So with this one, I'm going to get my play on. Let's go ahead and customize the fleet. Same deal. You need to select it. Let's go. And the other thing is you want, as far as where you're setting up your ships here, you want your stronger ships in the front. Think of this is the front and this is the rear. So you want to do like your heavy hitters with big armor. And you see those are all Titans. And the other thing too I found is I like to lead with projectiles. You know, you have the projectiles, and what does that do? It goes. I always flip it back and forth. Like I think projectiles go towards like the armor, but anyway, there's the projectiles go towards one, and then corrosion affects another. As far as like the armor versus the shield. You know, if you happen to have any of those quits, they also double up as an epic ship. And the other thing is check out the level. Yeah, this takes a long time to build them up, so that's a nice boost. You can only have one quit, mega quit that is. Oh, and how about what's this guy do? Cool. So it looks like when he dies, he transfers some of his energy to one of his homies. And I do like that this is you get five free every day. So if that's all you want to do, you can still play it and you can still climb up on the leaderboard and probably get something. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the five free. Why not? And I'll just skip right through it. And when you're doing this one, it's every battle is a new battle versus like the when we go back to the other defeat the horde. If you win this battle, then whoever survives with your ships, they move on to the next round until they all get waxed, and then you have to drop your energy and get them all back in the mix again. I'll pay attention to this later when I'm trying to win. Good thing about the preseason two guys is you can just blow through all of this stuff and not even worry about it because all you're doing is trying it out, and hopefully you're cutting your teeth and making your mistakes right now. So it doesn't matter as much on the second. What do we got left? I think we just did all of the battles that were free, and so if I want to do another one, start ticking off against these 15 that I have remaining, it's going to cost me 9 energy to do it. And I believe it's consistently that amount. Let's check that. These guys are going to lose real quick. Oh, no, we didn't. Nice. Yeah, each time. Once you have to pay for it, once you get past the five free, it's going to cost you 9 energy. So the energy goes quick, guys. You really need to pay attention to that because otherwise you're sitting there waiting for a recharge, and that sucks. Let's do one more battle. Why not? That's why, Crafty, because you lost. Yeah, we'll do more. I'll probably do all of them since we've got quite a bit of. Oh, we don't. I don't have so much energy. Maybe I should retract that statement because I do want to delve more, and that's going to eat up a lot of that. All right, so let's take a peek at the leaderboard now that we've done a couple rounds. Oh man, no NFTs in a preseason. Yeah, that figures because really they just wiped everything you earned. So at least this you get a small percentage that you get to keep. All right, that ain't too bad. But then, like I said here, you can see it's going to go up every time I battle. But since I won that, it automatically brings my dudes over to the next round. And these fights are really when the abilities of your ships matter. When you're doing the encounters, when you're going through the various tiers, they don't really matter that much. It's the rarity of the ship matters more because you're going to get boost percentage wise on the rarity versus the specifics of the actual ship. I mean, that may change, but that's the way it was the last time I was looking at it. I'm surprised I won that. Pretty sure we're not going to win the next one, guys. 5-on-2. Oh, man, you see that? He healed both of those guys. What is that ship? Loser. All right, and the leaderboard here, you just keep scrolling down so you can see where it's at. And when you're doing defeat the horde, it's a good spot to get them ships. Because if you don't go high enough to get the ships, sometimes it'll open up like ship parts. You may not have a ship, but you may have like 30 parts or something. The other cool thing about all these leaderboards is like the more in game and the more people are playing the competitions, it's like the more gets unlocked as far as prizes. The more people are playing. It's pretty cool. Well, oh man, what was I was looking at? What I got 2 medals? That's weak sauce, crappy. You got to get better than that. All right, we've been rocking for about an hour and a half. Nobody's jumped on to school me on how awesome they are at the the new changes. Specifically, I want to know about the portals with the abyss. I think you set them up and then you can just go from one to the other. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know. Really don't know the deets on that, so I can't explain it. Create a new teleporter at your current location. So let's see where I'm at. So I guess that's the option. We're learning. You can see this is the first one. This is where you start. So that's kind of a cool addition. So if you're getting way down here, you can teleport. But let's go ahead and drop one to see. What did we do? We clicked on this guy. What's that? Ooh, yeah. This too I need to learn about because this is a new addition for this season. You can use your scientists, um, and they have something to do with being next to a portal. So it looks like I've got a few that I could use. Hmm. And that's a new. These are both brand new additions that I don't know anything about really. So that's why I was like, "Come on, guys, you've been playing all day. What up with that?" Let's drop this one. And basically, right where I stand, sure, let's do it. So what did that do? You see, it brought me back to home base. So I wonder if that's all that that really does is allows you to. Oh, okay, I see what I did. Like I said, guys, we learning. We learning. So there's a couple of options you can do it. Like this, you can do the teleport. Looks like there's two different places now, right? So let's go here and see. Do teleport. Bam! Look at that. Oh, and it looks like it doesn't show as being there until you actually do it for the first time. Interesting. Let's try it again. And you get the option of chop it. All right. Gets me back there. Let's drop one more. That's going to be really handy in the season. I like that a lot. Shoot. Let's take a look now that I was defeated. Look at that. Oh my gosh. They all got killed. So if I wanted to revive them, oh snap, look at all that. Now they've switched it. So now you're reviving them with artifacts where it was diamonds before. That seems a little more reasonable because you can quite frequently come up with a couple of hundred artifacts. But at the same time, you have to look at the levels of these dudes. You notice the level ones versus level two versus level three. And the further they go up, the further they hit when you need to revive them. So let's just revive that dude anyway. 400. Look at that. He just stays right on the map. But this is also a good reason for creating many, many biocrafts. So when the first ranks get taken out, you can just put in new people. You can keep going. You want to keep going. Oh, well, that's cool. I don't think I was showing that, so I'm going to do it again. I left you guys looking at ships through all that. So let's go ahead and heal another guy so you can see it. So you can see these homies are all dead. They grayed out and dead. I mean, obviously they got zero. So you can see them over here. And then the various levels and the cost that it takes to heal them. Might as well, let's heal them all. Let's do just this dude. And we'll take that guy off the map. We'll keep the people that are here, or the people that are alive, on the map for now. And we'll just back out of that. So yeah, check out the game, guys. We got the season. I gotta edit this because it is now the preseason to season 17. It's crazy. Yeah, and we can drop the sites. It all starts at outlawtroopers.io. Add that right here, right quick. So you can see that's where you go to navigate everything. And the other thing you want to get used to is the vault, which you can think of the vault as all of the virtual in-game stuff. And let's share it so you can see. There it is. And when you load into the vault, it loads right up to the auction page. You can see we got some countdowns going on. Maybe Crafty can score one of those at some point. All depends on the hours, and I ain't gonna be waking up at 3 o'clock just to try to get one of those. I'll just let it go. Just let it go, son. Let it go. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of things you can do within the vault as well. I mean, there is so many different things. Just going through this, you can actually buy NFTs here. These are all ENFTs. I've talked about that in previous videos. Think of like the ENFT, the EOLT, the EFGL. It's like a one-in-one to transfer in and out of the game to your wallet. And so there you can have them in either place and still use them in the game. So the first tab anyway here is you can buy them. This one you can see what you have for your actual ENFTs right there. Then that tab gives you your actual wallet. You have market history, so you can see what's going on. You'll be constantly going back to this page to getting blends. And real quickly, if you want to upgrade all those troopers I was talking about and try to score one of these people, one of these new guardians, this is where you go to do it under the rarity upgrade. You can also convert your ships. If you have some cosmic class ships, for example, and this one's going away, but you can change them into trooper ships. And that's where you'd go to do that. Deck crafting, this is a new addition as well. And you get to combine, what you have for troopers. I'll just open this basic starter deck so you can see. You open them up and it shows you the requirement the requirements, right, of all the troopers that you need to bundle it up into that deck. It's getting parched. I've already done that a couple of times, but if you have enough, you can auto select them and you'll be good to go. Or you can do it yourself, but I've got enough where I could do one, but I'm not going to do it. I have enough, and I'm probably going to rent a few of those out this year or this season. This year, oh my god! Oh yeah, this is good too. Somebody's blending some ships. But yeah, there's the vault, guys, and I'm pretty much going to wrap it up. I think we've covered some good stuff today, and hopefully you guys benefit from it. I appreciate the folks that have stopped by. I appreciate the people that keep checking it out. And I've got the Moon Days with Crafty going on, East Coast time, noon, every Monday. And this coming Monday, we're going to be following up with this newest Outlaw Trooper season. So yeah, come check us out, and I'll see you then.